Okay, take two. Forgot to switch my microphone on the computer, so it's just annoying. But anyways, so I had another moment. I kind of came up with this. This is the Vedic astrology versus Western astrology, and I was barely figuring out the Western. So I kind of had this pinned on my wall. It seemed a little over my head, and I was waiting, and it came. So here we are. It really kind of, I was researching vibration and sound and dimensions, which I have more stuff that I'm, kind of creeping up on, and synchronicities with Andromeda and some past things that just are crazy. But so this is your different map, and each house represents something and has a ruling planet, and then how yours falls into place is something. So I was looking at it, and because I already observed the fun synchronicity or the placement of organization of, like, for example, this is self, right? I am aware of self. The opposite is I partner awareness of others, right? So over here is I achieve over world or outer world, and then I nurture inner world. Okay, so this is the opposite of the others. So I dream a spiritual life. The opposite of 12 is 6. I serve daily life. Okay, I serve personal creativity, and the opposite is I aspire, or I something group contribution. I have personal resources, and the opposite is I have shared resources. I think so. That's the basic placement. So I was looking at it, and I decided to first draw, because in my other videos I do explain the tree of life as a 3D model, and at traveling the tree in two kind of group concepts, as a great metaphor for the keys to life. So you actually start with 10, and the missing two spots are dot, which separates the spiritual trinity to the rest of the tree, which is of matter. So you start at the bottom with the wheel of life, or the birth wheel, the wheel of fortune as it's called. So you're actually going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12, 11, 10. When you create that, you're creating the cross. You're creating, like the Knights Templar. So then for astrology wise, you have 12 constellations. There are 3 or 4 trinities within the 12. You have 3 water, 3 earth, air, and fire. So by placing it on here as well, you have, here is the fire element, right? So which is the triangle going up for Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and then you have, here is water. You have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Then you have Earth. So then you have Capricorn, Taurus, and then you have Virgo. Where are we? This is just really hard to see. And then you have, what am I missing? Oh, the air. So air, you have your Libra, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So the fun thing is this is actually a Taurus. And I Googled it, and no one's saying anything about it. But if you fold this paper back and connect it and create a elongated straw, and then fold it back around to connect it to create a torus or a donut, everything is marrying. And I want to do this in Minecraft. I think it's going to be the best way to represent what shapes we're getting when we actually do that. I'm pretty sure there's some smart people out there that could easily kind of do this on the computer and represent this this map as a torus, and let's see what that looks like. So I was kind of feeding around some information, and with the values, you know, when you have the root chakra, this is upside down, but as above, so below. So I did the Ankh key and the cross upside down, and this tree is upside down as well. I was going to add some more information, but let's just get there. So this is when you add the 16, 12, 10, 6, and 4, which are your bottom chakras, all the way up to your throat, you're getting 48. When you add the value of your third eye chakra, you're getting 96. When you add those together, you get 144, which is a number. 144,000 is kind of a thing. So, and then the Kether spot, the Magician and Justice spot, is a value of 1,000. So 1,000 times 144, and you get that number. So this is a nine-sided star. Obviously, well, there are said to be more chakras, but as far as the placement within the human body, we have 7 chakras. So here's the root, and you can see it around the baby's fetus, which I see a house here, right? Which is also Cancer represents home. But anyways, so I was just trying to do frequency, but this kind of overtook what fell into place. So what's really interesting is the pattern of the frequencies and what they heal. So you can read what the hertz are. 396 hertz, 417 hertz for this chakra, 528. Now what's interesting is for the 3 trinities that you have here, right? They're all the same numbers reorganized and shifted over, shifting the values one spot over. There's more that could be explored here for sure, like the missing patterns, blah, blah, blah. So, oh, and what's also interesting is if you take the first digit and go around the circle, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, take the second number, 9. 9 is completion. There's a whole lot of fun information regarding 1 through 9 versus adding the 10th. So 9, start over at 1, 2, 3, 6, start, 7, 8, 9. So we have this pattern, and when you get to the crown chakra, here's the root, and here's the beginning and the end, right? What's in between is what's really interesting, because it's labeled as the idea of earth star and soul star. So right above the crown is your soul star, and right before birth is your earth star. And so when they come together, that is your mother, and this is the womb. You're getting information from your past life, and everything is marrying, and you're being held together, fed through your DNA strand, all your past life information, the knowledge of so much that's there. If seek and ye shall find, right? So everything is there. The 2 hands, and you have this beautiful image, right? Now what's opposite of the mother? Opposite of the mother is the most important part of the tree of life. It is Vav. It's love. It's the Lover's card and the Tower card. It's the yin and the yang. It's vibration with heart, and creates, what did I write there? It's duality. It's what's in your heart. I mean, your heart is a second brain, and it's more important. Knowledge is power, but I've always said that my whole life, since I was at least a young teenager. But really, it's wisdom is power, because we create and we manifest with our thoughts, and it's within group consciousness that The people who want to stay in power will mass keep you in fear and keep you within control of governments and organizations, of religion, just like the Knights Templar. They could not, the state and the church could not have the information that we all have divine within us. You don't need to have a priest tell you, or go, have other people tell you what you need to know. All you need to do is be willing to receive and look for the information, and it will come to you. And that's my goal, is to have people want to not feel like they need to be told, and to search for information. So what's really beautiful is when we marry this together. Let's go to the next one. So I hate double recording because so this is the 10th spot. This is Malkuth. This is Yod. It's the arm and hand, work, throw, and worship. This is the Malkuth position. It is kingship. It's the 10th Sephiroth, and it's actually the 6th elemental in the Hebrew language, Yod. So let's see what the other things that are related to this placement. God placed them in the firmament. God said, "Be fruitful and multiply." This is your birth wheel. You're starting. Interesting, kind of feels like a black hole. That's really what they kind of look like. Half of the yin and the yang. So there's a lot to be said here. The eye, your third eye is being transferred. That piece, that little piece of knowledge that you do hold within, that divine that is traveling with you at the very beginning. You are already a king and a queen and a goddess and the divine at the beginning. So the next placement is the 6th placement. It's Vav. Yod He Vad He. The twins are separated. So I like to imagine it as Yod He He Va is the goal to bring the twins together, for duality. It is a tent peg. It anchors you. It adds, it secures, hook, fastening. If you hear, it's being spoken. So pay attention. Hearing, conjunction, right? This one is God delivered the light and the darkness, right? Bring them together. God said, "Let there be luminaries." Light, vibration creates reality. Now the hay is over here at, this is where the missing key, people would look for the missing Sephiroth, which is which I see as Dalit or Doth on the Tree of Life, as Dalit is the Hebrew. So this is your Trinity. This is your Godhead, basically. This is what created you. This is the first dimension, became 2, and then to give birth, the Empress gives birth to the twins for your life experience. When you are able to push down your button, right, watch the other videos, you're going to spread out your other trees of life for purposeful experimentation. That's what we're here to do, is to experience in the third dimension. That's why we're here. Other dimensions, our other selves, have us here for experiencing all that there is to experience here, versus just having, I'll go off on that on another video, but so when you push it down, I see the donut or the sphere rotating, right? Just like a DNA strand. So when you push it down, you don't need your key of life anymore. You're going to ascend. So you take your key, and it's, when you push down, this is going to suck up, right? So 10, the judgment and your birthing wheel no longer is needed. So it marries with the sun, and it marries with the hermit. they've done their job. This position moves over to strength and to the moon. The moon becomes the stars, and the chariot to go off, and so everything is transitioning. And the major thing that I found beautiful is that this is the emperor's spot. So the emperor will finally cross that invisible space between matter and the earth and our trinity of our divine Godhead above, right? So the emperor finally comes together with the empress, duality, all the ancient, Osiris and the two become one. We don't need an emperor and an empress anymore. The king has returned home to his queen, or the twins, or all the different metaphors of getting across the idea of what's being conveyed, right? Okay. And then, so, yeah, I was looking at this and like, is this a 9-sided? I think it would be, because there's one we can't see. Or no, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Anyways, I was just looking at this. I have a video on this. I think it'd be cool if someone else had a little gander. So this is the, because wouldn't it be? I don't know. Anyways, so the cube, the Rubik's Cube, is the six faces. Each face has 69. And also when you add that cube on top of each sixth face centerpiece, you're getting that shape. You're also getting that feel of the 4D box. I can't remember the name, but that's 33 cubes. So everything just kind of ties together. So again, this is kind of what I had in my other video, the things that had kind of that came to me or that I see upon choosing to research for myself, right? There's no outside force that's talking to me or telling me anything. I believe that other people probably have that happen. I mean, I'm open to it, but it just doesn't happen to me. But for me, I choose to research. Now, the things that get downloaded to me, I guess is the best way to say, is the synchronicities. I could write a book on all the synchronicities, and I say that the universe is talking to me. That is the one time that I feel like the universe is just validating what's going on in my life, or what I'm doing, or where to look next. And the inkling of my intuition is on fire all the time. So again, you have your, when you push it down, you have your dove, you have your angel, and then the top view, you have your cross. You have all these beautiful symbolisms coming together, and then the gameplay, the numbers. When you add 20, when you push down the button, you get 33. You have 6s, 9s. You have the watch the other video. There's a lot of fun number play. And then, so here's just some cards that I haven't shared. This is an alchemical card, and this is garbage pail. And then you cannot see the name of the alchemical, but it's pertinent. It's called Daughter of the Reconciles. Where's my phone? I had a phone call that interrupted. Not only did I mess up on the audio, but I had a call that interrupted, and I didn't want to splice together. So, reconcile, to restore friendly relations between, right? Cause to coexist in harmony, make or show to be compatible. Make one account consistent with the other, especially by allowing for transactions begun but not yet completed, right? So we're at the start. Like, the world can come together, and it's just the old adage. To fix the world, you have to fix yourself and look within, and just understand yourself, understand the dark side, face that dark side, love the dark side so that you can heal. Don't be ashamed. because we all create, we coexist together. If there's a million people who are doing evil things and there's only like 5 people that are trying to be the light in all the darkness, it's a little overwhelming. But it only takes a little bit of light to completely destroy the dark. So it's about the balance of duality, the good and the bad within yourself. If you can fix that or address it, then as a whole can be as well. To settle an agreement, make someone accept a disagreeable or unwelcoming thing. So these are things that can happen, and it's all research that can be done within yourself. Thank you for listening.